Unit 1, Part 1, Listening Skills.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to your meeting today. I'm not sure what your normal format is, but I'd like to share what I've learned about setting goals and making your dreams come true, however unique they may be. This is easier said than done, of course, but my favorite saying is, "You can soar on the wings of the right attitude." You see, several years ago, I was in a very difficult stage of life. 2 women in my life had passed away of the same disease. Some days, I was so sad and tired that it was a challenge to get off the couch. I just wanted to crawl into a tent and zip it up around me. This was not the course I wanted my life to take, but what could I do? Well, one day, I just started walking. That's right, walking. That first day, I made it a whole 10 minutes. Still, I reminded myself of that little saying about soaring on wings. You can soar on the wings of the right attitude. And I decided to keep trying. I slowly increased my rations of time spent walking. Soon my endurance improved, and I felt so good, mentally and physically, that I even began running. In just over a year, I lost 100 pounds and achieved a dream that I had set my heart on long ago. I completed a marathon. To me, there were no opponents in that race. For each mile of hot mountain terrain, I kept myself going by thinking of everyone who had helped me reach my goal. I think having them with me through those 26 miles helped me finish. My desire to live a full, healthy life had been my motivation for running. After reaching that goal, I wanted to help others. So I wrote a book about my experience and helped to organize a yearly race to raise money for women's health. It's hard to believe that just a few years ago, I could hardly walk down the street, because now I feel wonderful. I just hope my story can get into the minds of others, maybe even some of you, to keep a positive attitude and help yourselves in the same way.
Part 1B.
You see, several years ago, I was in a very difficult stage of life. 2 women in my life had passed away of the same disease. Some days, I was so sad and tired that it was a challenge to get off the couch. I just wanted to crawl into a tent and zip it up around me. This was not the course I wanted my life to take, but what could I do? Well, one day, I just started walking. That's right, walking.
Part 2, Pronunciation and Speaking Skills. Part 2A. 8.
He ate something or other and felt sick.
9.
We had a great run the other day.
10.
They compete against each other all the time.
11.
I don't want another trainer.
12.
I am following the other training program.
13.
She will run another marathon next month.
Unit 2, Part 1, Listening Skills.
Thank you for calling the Identitrue Information Line. We are here to help you understand, prevent, and deal with identity theft. If someone has committed a crime against you, contact your local police department immediately. If you have been the victim of theft and need advice, please leave a message after the tone. Include your name, contact information, and the details of your situation. We will call back shortly to confirm your information and help you with your problem.
Hello? Yes, this is Greta Thayer, and I'm calling about a stolen purse. Well, I left my purse in my car last night, and, it's still here, but someone totally cleaned it out. Everything is gone. My proof of identification, my credit cards, my checkbook, even my library card. Who would take a library card? Plus, I just got a call from Bella's department store, and someone already made a credit card purchase there that I didn't authorize. It turns out this person is responsible for a charge of $500 worth of baby clothes in my name, and I don't even have kids. So I filed a complaint with the police department this morning. They're trying to track down whoever is using my identity, but they said I ought to talk to you about how to protect myself. Please call me back right away. I feel so exposed, and I'm really paranoid that I'm at risk and need to shred all of my credit cards. If you could give me any tips, I'd appreciate it. The thief took my cell phone too, but you can call me at home. My number is 555-9056.
Part 2. Pronunciation and Speaking Skills. Part 2A. Example: $5,000. 8.
Credit cards.
9.
Identity theft victim.
10.
Checkbook.
11.
Local police department.
12.
Department store.
13.
Library card.
Part 1B, questions 5 and 6.
Well, they've really just started to promote space tourism these past few years. You can go up for less than an hour or for more than a week.
It seems like it might be dangerous, though. You can collide with satellites or even space debris. Aren't you afraid of that? I heard there are a lot of metal fragments and other particles floating around out there.
Part 1B, questions 7 and 8.
Well, space travel sounds kind of scary to me, but I know how you love adventure. When are you going to do it?
Not anytime soon. To fly up for only a few minutes is almost $100,000, and to orbit the moon is well over $100 million.
Part 2. Pronunciation and Speaking Skills. Part 2A. 9.
The spacecraft turned to avoid hitting the debris.
10.
We began to explore the moon after we landed.
11.
The astronauts stayed away from the deep crater.
12.
Have you fixed the problem with the flight plan?
13.
The crew packed enough food for a few weeks.
14.
Everyone waited to be called to the ship.
15.
The spacecraft finally headed home.